Hey guys, welcome back to today's episode, today's video. So, a quick announcement before I get into today's video where it's maybe am I the asshole. I do want to say that me and my best friend are doing a podcast that really doesn't come out Tuesday. That's the plan. That it can come out Tuesday. The episode can come out Tuesday. We're gonna film it Monday. So bear with us, guys. This is our first ever podcast. So I might be being, I'm at the asshole for you guys. The student says, I'm at the asshole for not letting my sisters book the first 2 weeks of our vacation with rental. We are vacationing together in an entire house, and for the most part, it is going great. We organized a 5-week rental next year. Your sister will get the first 2 weeks, and we can have the last 3 weeks. There will be a few days of overlap. Sister said a month ago to book it for next year. We think he booked it while the problem that we will wait for conform once sister sees it. She she saw it and said booked it. The host need to take a few things out so we cannot conform it. Lucky a few days ago, she said she said she didn't want to book it and she's going to find a different place. We really want the place for 3 weeks, but the host was currently told that nothing we told for into a month and said we now our adult tuition know about a new available date, and they will take the holiday schedule. I'm not home yet, so I don't know if they booked anything. The sister has been taking other prices and realizing that the places available for 2 weeks are not nice and cost twice as much if they took the first 2 weeks without pays. So she says she would like to take it like back in on the deal. Am I the asshole for telling her no? I said we right now who doesn't know, and they will have the first right to the day. They say if it works out that the kids cannot come, then we can take Neho have the first 2 weeks. But that would mean we would only get half a month instead of the 3 weeks. We actually wanted. We could ask the host if 5 weeks is still available, but I don't want the host to think I'm fisky. I feel like it's on her end. You know the asshole here? I think it's her because you get to have everything prepared, like to have like places planned, like this one takes it, and like go based on that. I think you get a like mostly her that doing it has it to it. So let's read this one. Okay, they don't have an update to it, so that would be like. Dylan said, "Am I the asshole for not putting a bedtime pause on the Wi-Fi because my girlfriend's 28-year-old brother has been spending nearly a decade running in our house playing video games. Around 8 years ago, my girlfriend's younger brother moved back into our house with his wife after leaving the Marines. After high school, he enlisted, spending a few years mostly doing support and base regarded work, then got out. His plan was to use his DL bill, pursue a real education, and figure out long-term career path while staying with a temporary. I might put temporary because that doesn't work in there. We fully supported the no rent, free housing, utility, internet, food, and we continue to cook meals for them. We also help with job opportunity, resources, and encouragement. That the problem is that temporary, so it became years. He never committed to school, never held a serious job, and Story spent almost all his time gaming. He spends up nearly he stays up until sunrise, wakes up around 3 p.m. and avoids people when our guests come over. Meanwhile, his wife worked full time at a casino, supporting them both. And when she cheated and left him, saying she no longer felt anything for someone who had lost all business inspired for life. Cheating is wrong, but I understand how retaining could build after years of caring someone. Okay, before we continue, like, to be honest, I don't think he's wrong here because he just seems to play on his games all day. Like, dude don't be productive. Like, you know how much you can do into gaming? Like, you can do streams, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. Like, it takes time. Like, I don't get what, like, get your ass up. Okay. After the divorce, he wasted years of his life and promised he wanted to change. We support him to that too. My girlfriend's parents moved back into the property to mostly support him as well. The house was originally bought by them years ago before they transferred into our name. So thank you, it's ours now, but there are still family and tasks involved. Fast forward to now, and nothing has changed. He's 78 and still spends nearly all day in his room gaming. I brought this issue up to my girlfriend multiple times over the years. Almost every time she gets angry at me for bringing up to say he's working on studying program or figuring things out. But those plans nearly never happen. Her parents have admitted they're tired of talking to him because nothing changed. At this point, I honestly feel like I'm stuck in an echo climate where everybody recognizes the problem but no one wants to confront it anymore. 2 weeks ago, I tried to set a Wi-Fi bedtime pause from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Since me and my girlfriend are basically all in the internet. Honestly, I thought it would affect nobody except him, but everybody else slept like normal adults. My girlfriend got upset because I did without telling her. She said she couldn't sleep knowing there was tension in the house because of the Wi-Fi pause. So she also explained that growing up, her grandparents controlled things in the house in ways that made her feel like she had no freedom. So the Wi-Fi situation brought back bad memories. I told her I understand that and agree with her grandparents did was unfair. But I also told her isn't tired anymore, and neither is her brother. This is real parents pushing teenagers. Punishing teenagers. There's a 28-year-old grown man spending nearly a decade avoiding adulthood, while everybody around him financially considered the consequence. I finally told her something that called from years of frustration. Somehow everybody can sleep peacefully while watching her brother raise his life isolated in a bedroom gaming all night, but pausing the internet for 6 hours. Then it becomes an unbearable problem. She thinks I'm being cruel to someone who may be depressed. I think everybody has been used and it being so deserving because no one wants to be the bad guy. Am I the asshole? Before we get to the update, I don't think it's asshole here. I really don't, because I get it if you're in your early 20s, right? But at the same time, it's like, I can get it if you're in your early 20s, you just like figure out what you want, what you want to do. I get that. But not only 28. Like, I feel like that's where you do, at least have something going. At least, bare minimum, like. The difference is update. Hey guys, thank you for all the comments. I honestly never expected this to post ball up the way it did. I've been trying to read through as many comments as possible and really reflect on the situation. Instead of wasting out emotionally, I thought people had questions regarding the ownership of the house. All I do admit it wasn't very clear about Corentitas, and part of that was intended because I wanted to remain some anonymity for myself and the people involved in the case and post claimed too much attention. Which it obviously did. I hope you guys can understand that. After reading to many of your proposals, I sat down with my girlfriend yesterday and we had a very serious conversation and the future and explanation moving forward. I explained to her that I cannot continue living in a situation where one person refuses to take accountability with everybody else is expected to carry the burden. For Curry, the issue made requiring her brother. A lot of fascination came from the fact that there had been years to know into of him, into doing everybody around him, trying to help. I understand people go to difficult period in life, and I truly try to be patient and support. But at some point, effort has to come from the internal too. I told my girlfriend that if nothing changed, I really need to separate from living arrangement, and I will move out. As difficult as it must that conversation was, I felt it was necessary because the situation cannot continue indefinitely without the causes. Ultimate and current effort being made. The plan moving forward is exciting and not a real deadline. And Missouri stepped for her brother to start assessing his issue and Terry continued to avoid it. As much Carmel pointed out, free aid resources would be first thing to push him to pursuing in May. After that, Mitika's career work top and Poro is in a program and other resources that can help him get back on his feet and build something on his own. Stepping. I also made it clear that I'm willing to support someone who is actually trying to improve their integration, but I cannot control impregnating someone who refuses to help them. I cannot deal with my girlfriend and her family, which is why I stepped up and stayed patient for as long as I did. But I also realized I need to protect my own future financially and mental well-being too. For now, I'm focusing yes on promises and more actions. I tend to accept everyone who offers advice, criticize and concern, and even though tough truth. All your comments gave me a perspective I honestly had not fully considered before. Okay, I want to say this. I agree with you. You have to think. You gotta put yourself. You put yourself yes because you have to take care of them and be patient with them and knowing that the situation is not gonna go away anytime soon. I feel like the more you manipulate him, the more he's gonna okay, well, I don't gotta do anything. I don't like that, and I feel like you're right. If your girlfriend is no, give him time. Well, how long do you want to give him? I always say, you have a year to figure it out, and now you gotta go out. I would have done that, but it's not my choice to say, well, like, if that's like what like you guys want to do. I can't sit here and be like, oh, I do agree with you. You gotta think about your mental health, your mental well-being too. It can like get to you if you don't put yourself first. Um, but yeah, I did think like, okay, and let me um okay. Th- this one says, "Am I the asshole if I'm gonna okay, okay, before I continue, before I read this, this is gonna be the yes. I'm the asshole. I know I usually do more, but like I don't want to keep the video going easy on, and some are on. So this one's gonna be the last one. Then I'll end. Am I the asshole for not wanting the y'all to stay with us? The in-laws to stay with us when I'm 5 weeks postpartum. I'm gonna ask her if I, 32 female, I'm also my husband, 31 male. My husband does organize for his parents to come over and stay with us in a week's time, and I feel incredibly upset by this. His parents already visit after the baby was born. When I was 3 months, 5 days postpartum, 2 hours, like I got like she was like 3 to 5 days postpartum. They had been told to visit a week, but they came anyways. Although they did stay in the hotel, I had a terrible birth. Y'all had the typical amount of blood and had epidural with failed. Testes opened up. It was also infected with stopped my milk coming in and feeding and eating my baby using too much weight. I was very stressed, sleep deprived, and sick when they came. They still expected me to host them for hours and hours and continued to comment that I didn't speak in them when they came. I felt like I was dying, but I had to sit and entertain them while they tried to deal with my baby. It was awful. When the midwife came and told me that both me and the baby need to go to the ER, my in-laws came over because they were only 8 minutes away and delayed us going to the hospital because they wanted to take more photos of the baby. My father-in-law asked me what's for dinner, etc. And as a result of setting up the entertainment, then my stitches busted open, and I know I did not have been doing any of this stuff, but I was so weak I could barely think. I was just surviving. Before we continue, oh my god, I'm not a mother, but if I was a mom, and I just had my baby, and I'm in, I'll be like, no, these are your parents. You do them. I'm gonna go, like, Wes, like, where's your boyfriend? Where's your husband in this? Like, where is he? Like, why is he not taking care of his parents? Why is he not entertaining his parents? Like, yo, entertain them. Come on, top, do what you do. Like, yo, I really do not want his parents to stay with us. To be honest, I am mad that I have a minor imposter. I cannot breastfeed in front of them with me and my son to the bedroom. My husband's father sits in front of the TV until 2 a.m. every night, and his mom wakes up at 5 a.m. So basically my living room will be full-time occupied by them. Postpartum and the newborn phase seems hard enough without having them here. Honestly, it's at the point where I feel mad at my husband, like he doesn't protect me when I was vulnerable. Even though we had discussed this beforehand, I feel like the trust is gone. I asked him now, how do I feed the baby while they're here? And he suggested bottle feeding, and say that it's his house too. I honestly feel like we may end up divorced because of this. If this is because of my hormones, I'm gonna ask her. No, it's not because of your hormones. Go. If I was a baby and the husband wanted his parents to be there, you're already here when the baby is born. Don't even show up. Go back home. Like, Eve. Like, I don't want to hear. Like, let me, like, cooperate. Like, and your husband don't want to do anything. Like, go, at this point, get the divorce papers and go bye-bye. And go to your parents' house. That's what I gotta say. I could be wrong. You guys tell me down below what you guys think. I'll be back with more videos, guys, and bye.